Hello, you're watching Sightline. All for Youth, Youth for All project manager Delgermaa is in our studio today. Delgermaa, thank you for coming.
Thank you very much for inviting our project.
Okay, so the project that you work on, All for Youth, Youth for All, focuses on the youth of Mongolia, and it also works to increase the contributions of civil society organizations and the youth employment and engagement. So before we start, can you please tell about the importance of supporting the youth, especially the youth in Mongolia?
Again, thank you very much for inviting All for Youth, Youth for All project. Just shortly about our project. This project is a 4-year youth development project, mainly funded by the European Union in Mongolia. And then this project is implemented by two other organizations. Caritas Czech Republic is one, and two other are Mongolian Youth Council and Center for Citizenship Education. And why youth? As you know, Mongolia is a young nation.
Yep.
Out of our total 3.2 population, over 1 million of them are young people.
1/3, yeah.
So 1/3. So 1 in every 3 people are young people. So we are a young nation, and young people are directly affected by every decision in this country, every good things and the bad things. And we are also the driving force, not only the economy, but also the social development, democratic development in Mongolia. Therefore, how they do, whether they're actively participating in the decision-making and development process is important.
Okay, so you said that this project is a long project. So what actions are being taken as part of your project?
Yes, I mean, despite this turbulent time and uneasy time of COVID-19, we did start our project timely last year, and now we have 3 more years to go. And
you started with the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah, we did. We did start together with the COVID-19, uninvited COVID-19. And yeah, I mean, the project was written before COVID-19, but yes, we have adapted some changes responding to new needs of the young people. So major results from last year and the beginning of this year are many. For example, we have delivered, we did major researches, basically that research result gave us the picture of the current situation of the young people and baseline data for our project and the learning needs of young people. So out of that research, we now know what kind of trainings and capacity building they need and
so
what we can do.
Their needs.
Yeah, well, yes, advocacy and how they can advocate effectively, how they can improve their organization internally, and how they can improve their governance of the organization and the management of the organization, the running of the organization, and also the fundraising part as well, proposal writing, etc. So yes, the researches were done. And also we have delivered knowledge training to 180 young people from 50 NGOs.
180.
180 for our first year, and we will do another training on a different topic this year again.
What was the focus of the training?
Last year's training topic was youth advocacy and civic engagement. And so the project, it has 5 different target areas. Ulaanbaatar is one of them, and 4 other provinces. Khinti, Bayahangor, Sileng, and Darmgao. So yes, the researches and then the training, and then we established a youth CSO network, youth civil society network and community, which now we have over 130 NGO members in that network, where this network is basically a space for similar CSOs, youth-focused CSOs, to partner with each other, collaborate with each other, perhaps co-apply for calls together, learn from each other, teach to each other kind of space. And then moreover, we have developed this Why Vote mobile application. The application of this application is basically to increase the civic engagement of young people.
And what's the name of the application? I'm sorry.
Why Vote. Why vote?
It's about the election.
It's election and also other information, up-to-date information. for young people too. And it's an edifying mobile application to it. There are like information about the constituents, the information about election, information about what elections, who are the electorates, kind of things. And we used it for the local election held last October. And then the media campaign that we also organized too. And then the purpose of the media campaign was basically to encourage the young people to go out and vote. Basically to increase the young voters' turnout. And then amazingly, our media campaign reached over 1.5 million viewers repeatedly, I mean. So these are the key results. And on top of that, you know, this project, All for Youth, Youth for All, EU-funded project, has 4 main focuses. We want to strengthen the capacities of the youth CSOs. Number 2, we want to contribute to the youth employment. Number 3, we want to increase the youth civic engagement. Number 4, we want to support youth volunteerism in Mongolia. So regarding the 4th component, the volunteer component, we have developed this platform called ivolunteer.mn. Yes, we had the soft launching just recently. That website will serve basically as a bridge for volunteer opportunity-seeking young people and the volunteer-seeking NGOs, the CSOs.
So you'll be working like a volunteer agent.
Yeah, almost like a bridge, between the two.
So you've been very busy since your start at the beginning of last year. One of the events put on by your All for Youth, Youth for All project is an online training called How to Convert Your Business in the Internet, like in online, and which is going to be held next Wednesday, which is March 31st. So can you tell us more about this event? Who should participate and what will they learn?
So this event, How to Convert Your Business to Online, it's a fully online business because of COVID-19. We are organizing it online. And so basically anybody, any entrepreneur, young, old, any entrepreneur who wants to make their business a bit different, a bit adapted to the situation and adapt more technological advancement. Any entrepreneur or startup business or anybody who's interested in running their business more innovatively, you are welcome to attend the session. We have invited gurus and the experts in the sector, and then they will talk about Mongolian successful startup business people and also those experts in the field, and they will talk about on different subjects such as social media marketing, design thinking, online payment system, and also the service side too, and how to raise your increase your customers, or how to reach more customers, or increase your sales through IT solutions, sort of things, and also fundraising, digital transformation. These topics will be covered during those. We call it an interactive session on the 31st of March, and it will start from 11 o'clock. And then the instructors have already had their video modules already done. So the viewers, you can visit Caritas Czech Republic in Mongolia Facebook page and view the lessons on the topics I mentioned before the interactive session.
So they will understand more.
Yes, and even though you watch the videos and learn things, you might have more questions reflected to your specific businesses. So in that case, yes, on the 31st of March, you can actually interact with the trainers and ask your real-life, real-time questions, and they will be able to answer to you. And not only the trainers, we have invited some panelists. They will talk, the panel discussion will be mainly on the COVID-19 and the entrepreneurs. So successful entrepreneurs will talk about how they successfully adapted IT solutions to their business and how are they still thriving even during this uneasy time of COVID-19. So basically, if you're a business person or if you're a person, young person, old person, anybody who wants to adapt some sort of change and innovativeness in your business, you're welcome to join the session. It's completely online, and you just have to register before it so that you can get the link of it. And
is registration open until the day before the event?
The 30th of March.
The 30th, the day before.
Yes, the day before. Yeah, so our project has 4 components. And then one of them is youth employment is a major issue. And nearly over 50% of all the unemployed, registered unemployment is young people, you know. So it is definitely a concern in Mongolia. So we're through our project, through our EU-funded All for Youth, Youth for All project, we want to contribute to this challenge, and this upcoming event is one of them. And we will be very delighted if, as many people as are welcome, and yeah, we'd like to have many participants.
So is it a one-day event?
Yeah, the interactive session is one day. It starts from 11 o'clock until 5:30.
5:30, okay.
So yeah, the panel discussion basically will be like successful people talking about the tips of the businesses and the hints, and also they will accept questions from the participants too. And then later in the afternoon, the trainers will have their own session. And also there is an exciting time and a 1 hour where the trainers can have the separate room on Zoom platform, and whichever lecturer or trainers you like, you can go to that room and you can have your own practical questions being answered by the trainers. Yes, yes.
And the event is free of charge?
It is. No
Okay.
charge at all.
It's great. So,
And I must mention, I want to use this chance. Our project is a European Union funded project, and the European Union is our main donor for this project. But however, several of our activities are also co-supported by other donors. And for example, this project is a massive project in terms of donors. Like we have support received from the Czech Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Czech Republic, and also Canada Fund, and also Asia Foundation. So these are also funders too. And then this particular event that is happening on the 31st of March is also co-supported and funded by the Asia Foundation.
Asia Foundation. Okay. So now I would like to talk about your focus on the civil society organizations. So what actually is a civil society organization, like a true civil society organization? Is it like the non-governmental organization, and what roles do they have in the development of our country?
It's a very nice question. You know, I'm not an expert, but to me, civil society, it's a very wide concept. An NGO, or non-governmental organization, is one form of civil society organization. So civil society organization, it really is an element, you know, at the end of the day. It's an element of a society which is distinct from the government and the private sector. And it's an association of community and people who are connected and united by common value, common interests, and common vision. So their role is basically to advocate for or ensure a more civil society, a more
active society,
more active society, more democratic society, more transparent society, more accountable society. So that is their role, and at the same time, they are legally entitled to also demand for justice, human rights, freedom of speech, transparency, accountability from the government, from the private sector, from anybody who's accountable. So, you know what, in that sense, in a nutshell, or civil society is the very cornerstone or the flesh and blood of democracy, because democracy is basically a people-ruled, you know, system, and civil society is the driving force that makes democracy a reality in life.
Yeah. So your project is working to increase the contributions of the civil society organizations to the development of Mongolia. So what's the best way to do that?
So as I just mentioned, the civil society organizations, or the civil society, or in short we call them just CSOs. So when can they function the best? When can they contribute to the development of Mongolia the best? When they themselves are capacitized, when they themselves are strengthened enough, or powerful enough, or knowledgeable enough, or aware enough to do those things. So one way is to increase their capacity, basically trainings, exchange visits, study tours, or knowledge and practice exchange workshops, field visits. So that's one. When they themselves are in a better position to serve their beneficiaries, then that's when they start working very effectively towards contributing to the development of Mongolia. So capacity building, basically.
Yeah.
And we're trying to do that through our trainings. Last year we did it. This year we will do it this autumn. I mean, however this situation unfolds, but we will try to do it in person. But if not possible, we will try to do it anyways, maybe online, but yes. So capacity building.
So yeah, thank you. Our time is coming to an end. So I would like to ask you, because you're an expert, what advice do you have for the young people who are watching now? Although it's true that the youth are the future of our country, the youth, we are facing lots of difficulties in our lives. So what will you say them that will help them to overcome their struggles and live their best lives?
I must say this, I am no expert, nowhere near there. But when you ask about how young people can develop themselves, I'll be very honest, I'll be very frank with you on this question, because some years ago, I had the opportunity to visit a headquarter of a major development organization. It was in the Philippines. And I attended a seminar, and at that time I was very young to comprehend all the concepts taught in the seminar. However, I got one message from that, my experience over there. I was just randomly going across the halls and the beautiful rooms of that headquarter, and then I came across this saying, and it was this beautiful saying on a big wall. And it says, I'm paraphrasing, so I might be saying it wrong. So on the wall it says, you are not who you are today, but you are who you want to be. So so that gave me a big hope. So at that time I wasn't qualified enough, I wasn't knowledgeable enough in anyone's eye. But then that says, it's okay you are like that today. But you want to be somebody else, right? In the future. That is what matters. So to young people, yeah, I know, right? So to young people, yes, you are this and that today. And today who you are, it's okay, that's a fact. But really who you want to be in the future, see yourself and foresee yourself in the future. And that's who you really are. So it's like it's the greatest hope. And one more thing, and young people, you have the greatest gift of all, which is time, which is limited, which will finish one day, but you have that. Yeah. So whilst you have it, you enjoy it and make the best use out of it. Well, I read this book and then I got this, as long as you have that vision about your future and then you put the right time and a certain amount of good effort to it, anything is possible. I'm such a believer in that. And just be the best version of yourself. You won't gain much out of comparing yourself to others and feeling down about it. So, to young people out there, I'm not an expert, but I want to say, you are the captain of your own destiny, and you are you are in the driver's seat. So, get hold of it and steer it well, and if need be, see your friends, see experts, and get help. Don't have to deal with it all the time, always alone, And keep your best hope in you that the future will be always better, that the tomorrow will be better than today. Yeah, well, looks like that's my philosophy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure that lots of young people who are watching this got this real motivation to succeed in their lives. And I hope that also our viewers to participate in the next Wednesday's training session, especially those who are building their businesses online or who are interested in it. Thank you for coming, Delgermaa.
Thank you very much for inviting All for Youth, Youth for All project. This project is an effort of 3 different organizations together with all the donors. So I am just one person representing the whole team. So I'm humbled at the same time. Thank you very much for inviting us, and young people, and good luck with everything.
You've watched Sightline. Our guest today was All for Youth, Youth for All project manager Delgermaa. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.